everybody, welcome to String 'em Up. This is yet another YouTube channel dedicated to all things guitar. Now hopefully in the course of the channel we'll do more things than just the guitar. We'll talk about ukuleles and some bass things, mandolins. I might even be prompted to pull my lute out every so often and see what kind of mayhem we can cause with that. I'd like to explain a little bit about myself. I am a professional musician in Western Arkansas. I teach at two colleges. I also teach privately. I also teach at a performing arts academy. I do weekly jazz gigs. I play in a bluegrass band called The Crumbs. We do have a couple of albums available for download on iTunes. I think we're also on Spotify, if I'm not mistaken. I'll start including the links to where you can find our music in future videos. May not have the link in this one because this is just kind of a welcome video. Let's see. I've been teaching since I was 18, so I guess that makes it 32 years now. I've got all sorts of things I'd like to do on this channel, especially several strumming clinics. Also, transitioning from being a blues player to starting to play jazz, or being a blues player and starting to play bluegrass, or being a rock player and trying to figure out how to jump into one of these other fields. So I've already got a lot of videos scripted out, and I should start posting regularly every week from the time that I posted this video. I'd like to explain a little bit about the name of the channel. It's called String 'em Up. I wrote a song. It was an Irish reel called String 'em Up, which is actually the bumper music for this video. And we live in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which for those of you who've read True Grit, you'll know this is Judge Parker's territory. And so it's just a play on words. We're a string band and String 'em Up and the Hanging Judge, and so we did some music to commemorate Fort Smith's bicentennial, and that was one of them. And so that's why the title String 'em Up, because hopefully we'll be talking about all things strings here. I have kind of an interesting story about the evolution of the channel, where the channel came from. I teach a guitar class at one of the universities, which is actually 70 miles away, so I only commute in once a week. And one of the classes I have is a guitar class. And when we went all online at the beginning of our current health scare, I could only meet with my class online, and meeting with 8 guitar players at the same time, it kind of made it impossible for us to play together. So I started thinking, well, I'll go ahead and just record some videos and I'll just email them to everybody of all the material that we discussed that week. So that way, halfway through the week, if they went blank, they would have something that they could refer back to. And so I couldn't email the videos I did. The files were too big. They were big enough that I couldn't even Dropbox them to my students. So I thought, well, maybe I could start a YouTube channel. And so I got a couple videos up on some topics we were talking about in class, mostly strumming over simple chord progressions and adding bass notes to our strumming. And so I posted the first video, and within like 2 minutes I had a comment saying, hey, great content. I thought, okay, this is great. And so the next day I sent an email to all my students telling them that I had started a YouTube channel, and proceeded to forget to tell them the name of the channel or include a link. So I was watching the views that were coming that week, and it was like after 3 or 4 days I'd had about 120 views, and I'm thinking, all right, my students, man, they're really hitting it hard. So when we met the following Wednesday, which was a week after I posted the first video, I said, so has everybody checked out the site? We've got a lot of action on the site right now, or on the channel. And one of the students said, you forgot to send us a link or tell us the name of the channel. And so I realized, oh, so who's been checking the channel out? So apparently just a bunch of people that I wasn't targeting had checked the channel out, and I thought, well, you know what? I think I have some stuff to offer. This also is a good opportunity to keep content available for all my students so they can pull things up in the middle of the week, because again, our guitar class only meets once a week. And I had a couple of ukulele students that saw the guitar videos and said, hey, why don't you do a ukulele video? So that's why on this channel I have just these 3 stray videos with absolutely no context. Just, hey, we're going to strum over the chord progression similar to this Bob Dylan tune, chord progression over this similar to this Neil Young tune. So that's why there's just a couple random videos up. Hopefully after this introduction, I'll just have some regular content. And I do want to start things off with, I think I figured out it was a 6-part strumming workshop. This isn't necessarily intended for beginners, but it's not necessarily intended for pros. So I think anyone of any level can participate in the strumming videos that are going to be coming. And then after that, I just have some other topics. We'll talk about things to take to gigs. Picks, slides, capos, extra strings, all that stuff. I don't know, we can talk about signal flow, how to set up a pedal board, maybe some basic recording, basic signal processing. We can do all sorts of things on the channel. If any of you have any suggestions on topics you'd like me to address, feel free to leave suggestions in the comments section, and hopefully I'll get to those. I know this has been a scattershot welcome video, but basically I just wanted to take the opportunity to say hi, and that I'm not just some crazy person that just posted a couple of random videos on the channel. There was a purpose behind it, and regular content should be coming soon. Hopefully I'll be on a once a week schedule. Again, I do teach at 2 colleges and play in a couple of bands, and we travel sometimes. So sometimes it might be kind of hit and miss, or might have something on the wrong day. Also, pardon my lighting and maybe the sound. My studio flooded back in January, and I've just now got it put back together, painted and everything. I'll also probably show everyone around the little studio at some point. But feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the content. Also hit the little bell for notifications if you'd like to start following what we're doing. Anyway, again, my name's Dave Holland, and hopefully we'll just have a lot of fun talking about all things strings. So I'll see you next time. Thanks.